morning, those of you on already. Good to be here with you. I'm just gonna check to make sure that my mat and everything is in the frame, so bear with me. But in the meantime, I would love to know who's here and where you're from. So there's a little chat box right over here. Type in your name and tell me where you're from. Okay. I'm back. Hey, Al. Good to see you. Is John there with you too? Sheila. Yay. Happy Friday. Joan and Alfred. Awesome. That's what I thought. Those of you joining, welcome. Good to be here with you this morning. We will start in about 4 more minutes. I always start a little bit after the official start time to make sure that I'm allowing a window for people to get in and log in. For practice today, kind of per usual for these Friday practices, it's up to you to choose what props you would like. The pace is going to be quick, so maybe a couple blocks. I do have a couple next to my mat. I probably, it's like I may or may not use them. But yeah, so a couple of blocks might be helpful, and anything else that you usually use in your practice, grab those things. Yes, we do, Sheila. We do. And our practice today, just a little preview, we're going to be working on some arm balances, along with, it's like kind of, creative sequencing, building up toward these sequences. Different arm balances than last week. I'm getting ready. We're on the countdown now. Just a couple more minutes. And those of you I haven't heard from, who is here? I would love to hear from you. Hey, Megan. Oh, yay, Megan and Sheila. Good morning, Molly. Good to see you here. Thanks, Jennifer. Yes, I am well, and I hope you are too. Nice, Al. I like it. So a couple more minutes. You guys can continue to chat in the little chat box over here. You can also share things with me. Also, I kind of wanted to acknowledge, and there won't be necessarily an opportunity to like talk a lot about this while we're in practice, but there are any number of things that could be coming up for you right now during this time. We have a lot of uncertainty in our lives right now, and there's been a lot of unrest, a lot of talk of, just like worrying for your life on multiple different fronts, and discussion about how we value life. And so I think that something to keep in mind is that showing up for your practice and continuing to do things that help you to stay grounded and sane in these moments is so important, is so very important, so that we can be compassionate and kind and loving and show up for our lives right now, even as we're facing these unprecedented challenges, or in some cases, precedented challenges. But just want to know that I'm here for you. And part of how we can stay strong together, how we can show up for this moment, is by by being with one another in practice that helps us to keep going. So I just wanted to mention that, and also say that I think that you are all wonderful and courageous, and I think that it's an honor to be practicing with you during these times. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being courageous. Thank you for continuing to show up. Oh yeah, isn't it great, Molly? Yeah. If you're not on my email list, I shared a poem with you guys. I sent out an email. It's pretty phenomenal. It's like wonderful. It's a colleague and friend of mine. It's heartbreaking and hopeful, and really speaks to all the peaceful protesting that's going on right now. Good morning, Emily, Maria, yay. Okay, y'all, we do have to get started because we only have a small amount of time and much to do. So make sure that you're all set up. Maybe grab a couple blocks, but we won't really be using props today. And we will get started. Ready, set, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go to my mat, you go to yours. And we'll start seated today. So sit on your mat. Lengthen through your spine. Maybe take a sip of water. Close your eyes. And take a moment to orient yourself in this moment. What does it feel like to be embodied right now? And to gear up for our practice, let's join one another for a few rounds of Ujjayi Pranayam. Inhale deeply to prepare. Exhale, empty out completely. Create a light tone at the back of your throat. Tone and lift your pelvic floor. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, join your palms together at the center of your chest. And exhale completely. Inhale for 1 Om. And gently blink your eyes open. Lower your hands down to your thighs. And today, lie down on your backs. Lie down on your backs and bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Hook your right ankle over the top of your left thigh and bring your legs into your chest for a simple figure 4 stretch. If you want to increase the intensity just a little bit, you can even use your right forearm on your inner right thigh to increase the external rotation in your right hip. A couple more breaths on this first side. And calmly switch sides. Hook your left ankle over the top of your right thigh and hug your legs in here. And breathe. A few deep breaths. Might even use your left forearm and your inner left thigh to increase the external rotation of your left hip. Increase the stretch in that direction. One more breath on this side. And then slowly bring both feet back down to the floor. Hug your thighs into your chest. Begin to rock up and down your spine. Kind of like a little massage for your spine. And do a couple forward and back until you have enough momentum to sit. Cross your shins and then simply step back to downward facing dog. If you'd like to introduce a little bit of movement into your body here, you may. Spend a few more moments orienting to this shape. One more steady breath where you are. And make your body more still. Inhale deeply here. On your exhale, bend your knees and walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side, stand tall, Tadasana, half Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head and reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side, stand tall, Tadasana, full Surya A. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head and reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or hop back, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And take another breath, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale here, and listen carefully. On your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a standing forward bend at the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet all the way together until they're touching. Bend your knees, lower your hips all the way down to your heels. Then widen your knees apart. Your heels can come off the floor as much as needed to get your hips all the way down. Stretch your arms forward. And bring your torso between your inner thighs. Stretch your heels back as though you could touch the floor with your heels, and some of us may be able to. Stretch your arms forward really far. And take one more breath, stretching your back, stretching the back of your neck, stretching your hips in this position. Then inhale, look up between your hands. Hug your inner thighs in toward the sides of your torso, and then hook your arms across the fronts of your shins. And place your palms well, lift your hips up, rock your weight forward, claw the floor with your fingertips, press down into the floor, puff your spine up between your shoulder blades. Then start to draw your chest and your gaze forward. Lift your feet up, Bakasana. Or get as close to that as you can. You might alternate lifting one foot and then the other, if that's more accessible. If you're still up, take a couple more breaths. Part of our warm-ups. Come into crow pose, hold. And lower your feet all the way back down. Bring your inner thighs into touch. Bring your heels down to the floor. Heel toe your feet out, hip width distance apart, and crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Come back into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply here. Exhale completely. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms all the way down by your sides and stand tall. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your knees a couple inches. Oh, in fact, no, straighten your legs. Just kidding. Something else first. Bend your right knee, turn your right leg out. Lift your right leg up, clasp your ankle, and place the sole of your right foot up high on your inner left thigh. Join your palms together at the center of your chest. Draw from your left foot into your hips and your hips up to the crown of your head. Stretch your arms up over your head. And we've been doing a lot of this at the beginning of class with these sequences. Tree pose, when you're talking about one-legged standing pose, is a really good place to start. Place your left hand on your left hip. Calmly remove your right foot from your inner thigh, point your knee forward. Reach forward, clasp your right big toe. Straighten your right leg forward just as much as you can right now. Keep your chest lifting up. Keep your left leg really strong. One more breath. And draw your right arm and right leg out to your right. And keep your left leg strong. Keep hugging in and up to your outer left hip. And draw your right arm and right leg back forward. Okay, now, so as you release the clasp on your right big toe, try to keep your right leg up. Yeah, okay, now bend your right knee. And externally rotate your right hip just as much as you can. Bend your left knee, hook your right ankle over the top of your thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your chest down toward your shin. And bring your fingertips down to the floor, or if you have blocks handy, you can place your hands on blocks. Couple more breaths. And as you breathe, maybe bend your left knee just a little bit deeper. Last breath here. Okay. Now, from here, come back up into a figure 4 shape. Stretch your arms up over your head. And then straighten your right leg forward again. Stretch your left leg straight. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right foot down next to your left. Then, from here, stretch your arms forward. Bend your knees, come into a squatting position. Yeah, just like so. Sit as deep as you can. Keep stretching your arms forward. Then lean a little bit forward. Widen your knees apart and come all the way down into Malasana. Again, take another breath to stretch through your back, through your neck, through your hips. Then look up towards your hands. Hook your arms across the fronts of your shins one at a time. Place your palms well. Lift your hips up. Claw the floor with your fingertips. Press down into the floor. Puff your spine up between your shoulder blades. Then draw your gaze forward. Look forward. Shift forward. Lift your feet up. Bakasana. Those of you who can, straighten your arms. One more breath. And now either shoot it straight back through Vinyasa or lower your feet and then Vinyasa. To down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands and come up into warrior 1. Either keep your gaze straight forward or you can draw your gaze up and join your palms. Anchor through your left heel, stretch all the way up to your fingertips. And perhaps lunge a little deeper in your right leg. One more breath. And keep your torso upright. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. Lay your belly down onto your right thigh. Spin your left heel up. And come forward and up into warrior 3. And try to lengthen all the way from your left heel out through the crown of your head. Everything parallel to the floor as best you can. One more inhale here. And then keep your torso and your left leg as it is. Place your fingertips down onto the floor. Lower your left toes down and lightly tap on the floor and lift your left heel back up. And lower your left toes down and tap and lift back up. Let's do a few more times without actually touching all the way down with your toes every time. Just come down and hover and then kick back up. Especially emphasize the up motion. And pretty quickly, you should be able to understand why we're doing this. You'll feel it, hopefully, on the back of your left thigh. This is a hamstring engagement exercise. Okay, a couple more times. Then pause on up. Come back into warrior 3. Yeah, find your balance. Bend your right knee, bring the ball of your left foot down, and come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Bring your torso forward about 45 degrees. Drag your left foot in. Come up and around to coming back into a figure 4 stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, fold down over your legs. And take a couple breaths here on the second side. Note we've been engaging a lot of muscles that surround the hip here, so if it feels more intense, I would expect that. One more breath. And lift your torso back up, stretch your arms up. And lower your left foot all the way down. Lower your arms down. Place your hands on your hips. Second side, bend your left knee, turn your left leg out. Lift your left foot up. Clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your left foot up high on your inner right thigh. And join your palms together at the center of your chest. Draw from your right foot into your hips and your hips up through the crown of your head. Stretch your arms over your head. Take another breath here. And place your right hand on your right hip. Remove your left foot from your inner thigh and point your knee forward. Stretch your left arm inside your left thigh, clasp your left big toe, and then stretch your left leg forward, just as much as you can. Noting that we just engaged and worked the hamstrings, so if this feels more intense, yeah, it's to be expected. Draw your left arm, left leg out to your left. Keep hugging in and up to your outer right hip. One more breath. Okay, and then draw your left arm and left leg back forward. Slowly release the clasp on your toe and try to keep your leg up. Okay, and bend your left knee. Externally rotate your left hip as much as you can. Bend your right knee. Hook your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your chest down toward your left shin. And bring your fingertips down to the floor or to your blocks. And take a few breaths here. Perhaps even bend your right knee deeper. One more breath. Good. And as you lift your torso up, stretch your arms up. And then stretch your left leg forward, straighten your right leg as well. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot down next to your right. Stretch your arms forward. Then bend your knees, come down into a squat with your belly touching your thighs. Reach forward, sit deep. That's it. Then lean forward a little bit, lift your heels slightly, widen your knees apart, and come down into Malasana. In squatting position. Take another breath, stretch through your back, through the back of your neck, stretch your hips. Then look up towards your hands. Hook one arm at a time across the fronts of your shin. Lay your palms down well. Lift your hips up high. Claw the floor with your fingertips. Press down into the floor and puff your spine up between your shoulder blades. Then look forward, rock your weight forward, and come up into Bakasana. And if you have the capacity to straighten your arms, if it's a good idea right now, do. One more breath if you're still in the pose. Either lower your feet and then Vinyasa, or shoot it straight back, Vinyasa, to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way between your hands and come up into warrior one. You can either keep your gaze straight forward or draw your gaze up and join your palms. Anchor through your right heel, stretch from your right heel all the way up to your fingertips. And take one more breath. That's it. And bring your palms to the center of your chest. Lay your belly down to your left thigh. Spin your right heel up. Drag your right foot in, come forward and up into Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3 pose. Slowly and carefully. And try to bring your torso, your right leg parallel to the floor. Stay steady and calm. And keep everything the same. Just bring your fingertips down to the floor. Well, your chest will lower a little bit. Lower your right toes down to the floor, lightly tap. Lift your right leg back up. And lower down and tap. And lift your right leg back up. Do that a few more times without necessarily touching down all the way with your toes. Especially emphasize the up motion with your right heel. And hopefully you'll start to feel something in the back of your right thigh. This is also using the glutes too, mostly gluteus maximus. You might feel it up in your buttocks too. Couple more rounds. Alrighty, and then pause on up, hold, lift your chest up a little, float your hands to the center of your chest. Come back into warrior 3. Bend your left knee, guide the ball of your right foot back down, and lift your torso, your arms up. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up to your arms, and tip your torso forward about 45 degrees. Drag your right foot in, loop your right leg up and around, figure 4. Inhale here. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Bring your fingertips down to the floor. And take a couple more breaths here. Last breath. Inhale, lift your torso all the way up. And lower your right foot down. Lower both arms down by your sides. Okay, moving right along. Bend your right knee, turn your right leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your right leg. Lift your right foot up, clasp your ankle, and place the sole of your right foot up high on your inner left thigh. Draw from your left foot into your hips, and your hips up through the crown of your head. Stretch your arms up over your head. One more breath here. And place your left hand on your left hip. Remove your right foot from your inner thigh. Reach down with your right hand and clasp your right big toe. Stretch your right leg forward. And take a breath. And draw your right arm and right leg out to your right. And draw your right arm and right leg back forward. And as you slowly release the clasp on your right big toe, keep your leg up. Keep it up, keep it up. And then bend your right knee, externally rotate your right hip, hook your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, and begin to fold down over your legs. Now, you can either pause in the figure 4 stretch for a few breaths and then come up and back through Vinyasa. That's option 1. Option 2, if you are ready for it, Ekapada Galavasana. Bring your chest to your shin, walk your hands forward, and guide your shin into your upper arms. Flex your right foot around your upper left arm. Like Bakasana, claw the floor, puff your spine up, hug your left heel towards your left hip, press down through your right foot and your shin into your arms, and stretch your left leg back. Kick your left heel up, just like those hamstring drills we did. And you can either come down and then out through Vinyasa or shoot it through Vinyasa right now. Okay, so however you so choose, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Choose your transition from where you are. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way between your hands and come up into Warrior 2. Ground down through both feet. Different orientation of your legs. And also think of engaging your outer gluteal muscles. Think of pressing your outer right thigh out. Keep your knee tracking over your toes. Then inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Tip your torso to your left and stretch from your right hip out through your right fingertips. Inhale, come back up through Warrior 2. Exhale, side angle pose. Bring your hand to the inner edge of your right foot. Stretch your left arm up. And then use your right arm to press into your inner calf muscles, inner thigh. Take another breath here. And you might stay right here, or you can wrap your arms around your right thigh to come into a bind. If you're ready for it, if it sounds like a good idea today. Now, if you took the bind, you can release it for triangle pose, or you can keep it for triangle pose. If you choose bound triangle pose, though, take it very slow. Don't force your legs straight. If you feel any pulling, guess what? That's your hamstrings. You don't want to mess with them. One more breath. And then bend your right knee. Release the bind, stretch your right fingertips forward, and come forward and up into half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Draw from your right foot into your right hip. Stretch your left heel back and the crown of your head forward. That's it. And then bring your left fingertips down to the floor. Square your hips toward the floor. This time come into standing split. If you want to deepen the stretch, walk your hands back, fold your face in. Stretch your left heel higher. Walk your hands forward, either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple of hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Okay, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. So you're going to make your way there if you haven't already. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way between your hands. Inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, reach up to your arms. And tip your torso forward about 45 degrees. Drag your left foot in. Loop it up in a round figure 4 stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Couple breaths. And then come back up, lift your torso up. Lower your left foot down. Lower your arms down by your sides. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee, turn your left leg out. Lift your left foot up, clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your left foot up high on your inner right thigh. And join your palms together. Draw from your right foot to your hips up through the crown of your head. Stretch your arms up over your head. Place your right hand on your right hip. Remove your left foot from your inner thigh. Point your knee forward. And stretch your left arm down, clasp your left big toe, and straighten your left leg. And draw your left arm and left leg out to your left. Utthita Bhusthasana to the side. And draw your left arm and left leg forward. Now slowly release the clasp on your left big toe. Keep your left leg up for a couple seconds, not very long. Bend your left knee and externally rotate your hip. Hook your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Okay, again, so the options are pause for a couple breaths here, and then you can stand up and make your way through Vinyasa. Or you can come into Ekapada Galavasana now. So walk your hands forward, guide your shin into your upper arms as high toward your armpits as possible. Flex your left foot around your upper right arm and claw the floor with your fingertips. Puff your spine up, hug your right heel towards your right hip. Press down with your shin and your left foot into your upper arms. Lean forward a bit more. Stretch your right heel straight, kick your right heel up. You can come out of it and then Vinyasa, or shoot it through Vinyasa. Notice there's a little bounce that needs to happen. So a little down and back to free the leg. And downward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take another breath there. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way between your hands and come into warrior two. And strengthen your legs here. Your legs really strong. Again, it's like, think of the front leg, think of engaging your outer hip muscles, your buttocks, and think of pressing your outer thigh out. This creates more external rotation, makes the front knee, it's like point over your toes, makes the whole structure a lot stronger. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Stretch from your left hip out through your left hand. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Bring your hand to the inner edge of your left foot and stretch your right arm up. So again, to emphasize external rotation in your left hip, press your left arm into your calf muscles and inner thigh. Take another breath. And you can stay here or loop your arms underneath your left thigh, come into a bound Parsva Konasana. And you may release the clasp to come into triangle pose or keep the bind, bound triangle pose. If you are choosing bound triangle pose, be very careful. If you feel pulling, that's your indication you've gone too far. And then bend your left knee again. Release the bind, stretch your left fingertips forward. Come forward and up into half moon pose. And stretch your right leg up. Keep your left leg really strong. One more breath where you are. Last inhale. And on your exhale, place your right fingertips down onto the floor. Square your hips toward the floor. And come into standing split. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, walk your hands back by the sides of your left foot. Fold your face in and stretch your right heel up. Walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Okay, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. So begin to make your way there if you haven't already. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands and come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, reach up through your arms. Tip your torso forward about 45 degrees. Drag your right foot in and loop it up and around, figure 4. Inhale here. Exhale, fold down over your legs. And take a couple breaths in figure 4, standing stretch on this side. Inhale, lift your torso all the way back up. Lower your right leg down and lower both arms down by your sides. Okay, one last piece. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee, turn your right leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your left leg. Lift your right foot up, clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your right foot up high in your inner thigh and join your palms together. Draw from your left foot all the way up to the crown of your head and stretch your arms out over your head. And bring your left hand to your left hip. Remove your right foot from your inner thigh, point your knee forward, reach down, clasp your right big toe. Stretch your right leg forward. And take another breath here. Draw your right arm and right leg out to your right, and take a breath. Okay, you can stay here. We've been offering this a lot, so if you would like to come into Bird of Paradise from here, bend your knee all the way, wrap your arms around your right thigh, keeping your leg up, lift your torso up again, and then straighten your right leg. Okay. If you're in Bird of Paradise, bend your right knee deeply again, release the bind, clasp your right big toe and stretch it out to the side again. Draw your right arm and right leg back forward. And then slowly release the clasp on your right big toe. Keep your right leg up. Hold, 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 hold. And bend your right knee. Externally rotate your right hip. Hook your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. And then calmly fold forward. So same options again as the first time. So you can come into the stretch and then come out and through Vinyasa. You might also add Bakhasana if you're doing that. Or you can come into Ekapada Galavasana again. Walk your hands forward. Use your left leg, your left thigh to press your right shin up higher. Use the back leg to get it up real high. Then flex your right foot around your upper left arm. Claw the floor with your fingertips. Puff your spine up. Press down with your shin and your foot into your upper arms. Stretch your left leg back and kick your left heel up. Just like those exercises we did from Warrior 3. Again, you can come out and then through Vinyasa or shoot it through Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way between your hands. Then from here, hop your left foot in 3 to 4 inches and spin your left heel in and down. Keep a slight bend in your right knee. Place your hands on your hips and lift your torso up. Good. Now straighten your right leg. Bring your arms behind you. Either do like a fist bump behind your back or bring your palms together behind your back. Draw the fronts of your shoulders back. Draw your elbows back to broaden through your chest. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, look up slightly. Exhale, bring your torso down until it's parallel to the floor. Make your legs really strong. In fact, think of hugging your outer hips in toward one another to stabilize your pelvis. And from your foundation, press down through both feet. Draw up through your lower legs, engaging your calf muscles. Then draw up the fronts of your thighs. You might even feel your kneecaps lift a little bit as you engage your quadriceps. If your belly's close to your right thigh, you might come down a little bit further, round from your middle back to your upper back, and draw your face in toward your shin. And bring your torso back up until it's parallel to the floor. Stay here. Slowly release the clasp behind your back. Bring your fingertips to the floor, even if you need to bend your right knee a little bit. Okay. And here you might decide to use Parvrita Trikonasana. You might grab a block for underneath your left hand, or you can keep it on the floor, okay, on fingertips or flat. Start by keeping your left hand down, bring your right hand to your right hip, and turn your chest to your right, stretch your right arm up. If this feels totally manageable and you want an extra challenge, bring your left hand to the outer edge of your right foot. One more breath. If you brought your hand to the outer edge of your foot, bring it back to the inner edge and look down. Okay, keep the twist. Keep your right arm up. Bend your right knee. Spin your left heel up. Come forward and up into twisted half moon pose. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Turn your chest up. Look up. Keep your left leg strong. Keep stretching back through your left heel. One more inhale. Reach up. Exhale, place your right fingertips down onto the floor. And one more time, come into standing split. If you want to deepen the stretch, walk your hands in, fold your face in. Walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Okay, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Begin to make your way there. If you haven't already, inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way between your hands. Come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, reach up through your arms. Tip your torso forward a little. Drag your left foot in. Come up and around into figure four. Inhale here. And this time, we'll stay upright. Lower your left foot down. Lower your arms down. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee. Turn your left leg out. Lift your left foot up. Clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your left foot up high in your inner right thigh. And join your palms the center of your chest. Draw from your right foot into your hips. And from your hips up to the crown of your head. And stretch your arms up. Breathe. Place your right hand on your right hip. Remove your left foot from your inner thigh and point your knee forward. Reach down, clasp your left big toe, and stretch your left leg forward. And take another breath here. Draw your left arm and left leg out to your left, and take another breath here. Okay, now you can stay here for a couple more breaths or bend your left knee, wrap your arms around your left thigh for bird of paradise, and then straighten your left leg. Easier said than done. Bend your left knee. If you are in bird of paradise, regain the clasp on your left big toe. Stretch your left leg out. And stretch your left arm, left leg back forward. Keep your left leg up as you slowly release the clasp. And hold. And hold. Oh yeah, bend your left knee, externally rotate your left hip. Hook your left ankle over the top of your right thigh and fold forward. Again, last time for this, you can hold for a couple breaths and then come through Vinyasa. You could even add Bakasana there, or Ekapada Galavasana. Walk your hands forward. Use your back leg, your right thigh, to press your shin up as high into your upper arms as possible. And flex your left foot around your upper right arm. Claw the floor with your fingertips, puff your spine up, hug your right heel towards your right hip. And press down through your left shin and your left foot. Stretch your right leg straight, kick your right heel up. You can come out of it and then Vinyasa or shoot it back Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot up between your hands. Hop your right foot in 3 to 4 inches and spin your right heel in and down. Keep a slight bend in your left knee. Place your hands on your hips and lift your torso all the way up. Now straighten your left leg completely. Take your arms behind your back. Either do like a little fist bump behind your back or bring your hands into reverse prayer, Paschima Namaskar. Draw the fronts of your shoulders and elbows back. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, look up. And bring your torso down until it's parallel to the floor. Now, first place to stabilize is up through your pelvis. And where it's like your legs come all the way down to your feet on the floor. Hug your outer hips in to keep yourself stable. And from your foundation with your feet, draw up through your lower legs to your calf muscles. And then drop the fronts of your thighs. You might even feel your kneecaps lift as your quadriceps engage. If your belly's close to your left thigh and you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, round from your middle back into your upper back and draw your face down toward your shin. And bring your torso back up until it's parallel to the floor. Slowly release the clasp behind your back. Bring your fingertips to the floor, even if you need to bend your left knee a little bit to make that happen. And then you can keep your hand on the floor, or you can grab a block for underneath your hand. Keep your legs really strong and stretch your left arm up, coming into twisted triangle pose. And if this feels totally manageable, you want to increase the challenge, place your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot as you twist. And if you brought your hand to the outer edge, bring it back to the inner edge and look down. Keep stretching your left arm up. Bend your left knee, walk your right fingertips forward, and lift your right leg up. Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana. Might even turn your chest more, look up more, stretch back through your right heel really firmly. Last inhale. Bring your left fingertips down to the floor and come into standing split. Last time, fold in, stretch up. Walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Okay, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. So begin to make your way there if you haven't already. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your left foot up between your hands. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down into your legs. Inhale, reach up. And tip your torso forward 45 degrees. Draw your right foot in. Come up and around. Figure four. Just for a moment. And then lower your right foot down. And then exhale, fold down over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. And exhale, sit down. And lie down. Okay, so for this first one, I'd like you all to do bridge pose. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. And then I'll open up the options. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart on the floor, your arms by your sides. And peel your buttocks off the floor, low back, middle back, upper back. Either grab the sides of your mat or interlace your fingers underneath your back. Gently rock from side to side to tuck your shoulders a little deeper underneath you. Press down and forward. Draw all the way back into your chest, engaging the fronts of your thighs. Then keep your hips this high. Drag your heels toward your shoulders to engage your hamstrings and your buttocks as well. All of these actions help to protect your SI joint, your low back, right? The more we engage here around the pelvis, around the hips, around the low back, the more we protect those structures. One more inhale. And then lower all the way down. It's not to say you can't overdo it though too. So it's enough engagement to stabilize and a balanced co-contraction of all the muscles. One more breath here. So either do that one more time, or you can come up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, or if you feel ready for it, you can go into a deeper back bend as well, but be mindful. Okay, if you're coming up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Feel your buttocks, low back, middle back, upper back off the floor. Press down through feet and hands to come up to the crown of your head. Plug your arm bones in, lift your shoulder blades up your back, and then straighten your arms. As you straighten your arms, think of using your legs, probably even more than your arms, in order to take some of the pressure off of your wrists and your shoulders. Don't look down toward the floor. Keep the length through your neck so you don't pinch into your cervical spine. Keep on hugging your inner thighs in. And then, again, press down and forward through the balls of your feet, curl back. Also think of lightly dragging your heels towards your hands or to your shoulders to engage your hamstrings and buttocks. And slowly make your way down with control. And rest here. All right. Hug your right thigh into your chest. And then stretch your left leg out fully along the floor, lengthening from top to bottom. Place your left hand on your outer right thigh and draw your right leg across your body. Spin to the outer edge of your left leg and stretch your right arm back in the other direction. Inhale, come back up through center. And then hug your left thigh in. Take your hands to the front of your left shin this time and stretch your right leg out fully along the floor. And lengthen from top to bottom. Take your right hand to your outer left thigh, draw your left leg across your body and spin to the outer edge of your left leg. Stretch your left arm back in the other direction and twist. And come back up to center. Hug both sides into your chest. Take a couple breaths, give yourself a squeeze. And then slowly release the pose. Extend your legs out fully. Your arms by your sides. Get yourself in a really comfortable position for shavasana. Allow yourself to rest here for a little while. And we'll serenade you with a chant as you rest. So rest well and give yourself this gift of a little bit of relaxation. Shavasana. slowly begin to deepen your breath and start to feel awareness come back into your body little by little. As you're ready, bend one knee at a time and carefully roll to your right side. Make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Join your palms together at the center of your heart. And let's end with one final triumphant Om to close. Inhale deeply. Exhale, empty out completely. And inhale for Om. Thank you all so very much for the gift of your company today. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Oh, that's a good practice. That was fun. Thank you, thank you. So wonderful to be here with you. I hope to see you again soon. For at least the remainder of June, class is going to look like this: 45-minute practice with opening and closing, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I do intend to continue to have a free offering as long as I'm teaching online classes, which I don't anticipate I'm going to stop. So I will keep you posted. If you are not connected with me via my email list, you can go to NicholChaseYoga.com and sign up for it. Just know that I appreciate you. I love you. I'm wishing you wellness, happiness, sanity in these times, in these challenging times. And be kind to yourself. Give yourself practices like these and even more soothing practices. Meditation, maybe even taking a nap is a good practice right now. Just thank you. I appreciate you. I hope to see you on the mat again soon. If you're on my email list, you'll get updates on workshops and other things that I'm offering too, which there's stuff coming out. All right, all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and see you again soon. Love you.